Good damn afternoon, American. Jericho Green here with you once again, people. Make sure you get over to jerichogreen.net. $3.99 a month. Become a member. Oh shit. So the ridiculousness continues. It knows no bounds. It knows no end. It is bottomless. Because now, the WNBA, in light of Brittney Griner, a.k.a. America's favorite comrade, in light of what happened to her this past weekend at an airport, the WNBA says, or the players say, that they deserve charter flights. It's too dangerous for them to fly commercial. Okay, so a league that is subsidized by another league is making demands. So you might not know, like, what the hell happened? I'll put a link in the description box to this article. So this past weekend, what's his name? Alex Stein. He's a YouTuber or whatever, and he's conservative leaning, and he's the one who went up to AOC Loco Cortez on the steps of the Capitol building and said, "Hey, this is my favorite big booty Latina. Look at that big booty Latina." And she came out saying how terrible that was, and he was harassing her, and Capitol Police and security. But keep in mind, her fiance was in the background walking a Yorkie. So why didn't he say something? Why didn't he do something? But that was, I wouldn't say that was his rise to fame, but that definitely put a lot more eyeballs on him when he was fucking with AOC. So the same guy was in the airport with Brittney Griner, and he does all this stuff, you know, it's like a selfie. He's holding the camera or the phone so you can see him and the person he's talking to or talking about. And he said, "Hey, Brittney, you going to keep kneeling for the national anthem?" Meaning, now that your punk ass, now that your big lesbian giraffe looking ass was in Russian custody for 9 months, he's basically saying, now how do you feel? You want to kneel for the national anthem now? After being in Russia in prison, are you thankful to be in America? Are you thankful to be an American? That's what he was saying. And that apparently was too much. That sent the WNBA reeling. So now players are starting to say, you're hearing rumblings that they feel that they should have charter flights to every game. As it stands right now, there's the playoffs, there's a Commissioner's Cup, and then something else. There's 3 reasons, and if they have back-to-back games. So there's only 3 reasons that they would get a charter flight as it stands now, but they say for their safety and their comfort, they need to be flying charter flights, which means they need to be the only people on the plane. They don't want to be on the plane with other commoners. It just needs to be WNBA players, maybe so they can scissor and munch down in peace. I don't know. But what the guy said was not that bad. What are you fucking crying about? He said, "Hey, you gonna kneel for the national anthem now?" Is what he told her. That's it. But oh my gosh, this harassment. That's harassment. And they can't handle it. Wait a minute, hold on. We're supposed to get paid as much as the men. We're just as good as the men. So are you as tough as the men? I know a lot of you WNBA players like vagina like the men. But are you as tough as the men? Because if that happened to a male player, he wouldn't say shit. It wouldn't make news because he's a guy. He's supposed to be tougher than that. Who gives a fuck? But did you reading these articles, and something I read like 3 different articles, and one thing I noticed is neither one of them posted a video of what happened to Brittney Griner, because even they know it's so fucking stupid and weak that they can't even show it to you. Because if you saw it, you probably wouldn't finish reading the article. because it's such bullshit. You gonna kneel for the national anthem now, Brittney? That's what he said. And because of that, the WNBA players believe that they should be flown around privately for all of their games. Now don't sit here and act like you're bombarded by fans if you're a WNBA player. They probably look at you as, oh man, these girls, they play for a college or something. Nobody gives a shit about the WNBA. That's why you're subsidized by the NBA, meaning the NBA covers all your financial shortcomings. You don't have to worry because the men of the NBA are going to save you. But through the course of reading these articles, I learned, did you know that there are only 40 WNBA games? So you have half as many games, you have a smaller basketball, and yet you're still bitching and complaining. Because somebody said something to one of your biggest stars. And she's not a star because of her performance on the court. She's a star because her stupid ass got caught trying to take weed into Mother Russia. That's why you're a WNBA star. That's another difference. In the NBA, with men, you have to be good on the court to be a star. John Morant couldn't pull that shit. If he pulled that in the WNBA, he would be a star because of his off-the-court antics. But when you're a man and you're playing in the NBA, you only become a star by your on-the-court antics. That's another difference. Half as many games and a smaller ball and you're still crying. That is some weak shit if I've ever heard it. Because of Brittney Griner getting the most mild level of harassment you could possibly get, now I'm gonna have to fly you around private. And here's the funniest part of it all. The main reason that WNBA players, the female basketball players in the WNBA, do not get chartered flights for every game is because most of the owners can't afford it. Your league makes so little money, and to be an owner requires so little money that most of them cannot afford to fly your lanky asses around the United States. If you got a room full of those Hollywood pervert writers and put guns to their heads, they couldn't write shit like this. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.